You guys are gonna go live with me. We're gonna go walk around. Should we go for a ride? Oh, and that. Are we really live? Is this really happening? Just coming out from my nightly check. Look, it's freaking dark. Okay. It's really dark out. That's the trail down to the lake. I still expect to hear poor little Kiski Cuckoo. Can't believe that. It's very unexpected passing of Cuckoo. Bad Mom. It's not dangerous. I live out in the middle of freaking nowhere, Alaska. So. Thanks for the laugh, Batman. Just out here walking, cruising. Look. Can you see? Yeah, ain't a fucking thing out here. Yeah, look at this spot. I don't know if you can see it though. It's one of my favorite spots. And then further down there. What are you doing out this late? I spent the whole 24 hours sobbing my eyeballs out. Needed some fresh air. My sister's dog, Kiski. Look, there's a plane up ahead. Nothing out here tonight. I should go get geared up and go for a ride. I didn't expect that this live thing would work. I was gonna make a quick little short and had my live thing active. I was like, what the hell? You can hear the planes for freaking ever. The air is really crisp. But look, you look up, see? Low clouds. No northern lights. We missed out on that freaking awesome show last night. Everybody outside of this system got to see the amazing northern lights. Here comes the port. Now it's gonna sound like traffic out in the middle of nowhere. in the middle of the freaking night. It's awesome. But this is when the port is active. Makes you wonder what they're transporting. Here's our other house. I don't know if you can see it. Okay, see all these cool rocks. Why was I upset? Oh, because my sister's dog, Kiski, that we've had all summer, she passed away last night. Unexpectedly. She had fluid on her heart. And there was nothing that could be done. And no one expected it. She brought her in for, a checkup, and that was like, nope, this dog is in critical condition. And no one, she wasn't acting, odd, out of the norm. And so, yeah, it's just horrible. Very horrible. So we didn't expect that. So she didn't make it through the night. And we had just spent the whole entire summer babysitting her, puppy sitting her, so my sister could get ready to take her to Florida. Yeah, I mean, she was so young. She was still a puppy. Like, we're kind of in the mode. Thanks, Mike. Yeah. Like, we're preparing for Woo, because Woo's at that age, and she's been sick on and off and has had a mini stroke, and, so we've been kind of preparing for Woo, but that one came out of left field. Like, no one saw that coming. No one. So, it was really rough. Really rough. So, man, I wish you guys could see this. I don't know if you can or not. We should go for a ride in the side-by-side, huh? Right? And that seems like appropriate. Since I'm able to go live, that was my deal. Right? Yeah, I think we should do that. I'll walk back to the cabin. Thank you, Batman. Batman. Jeez. See what I'm saying? I done plumb lost my damn mind. Thank you, Batmom. Oh, my goodness. I love it out of the night. It is so beautiful. I love the woods at night. It's so quiet and just awesome. Apparently not tonight. We got the port active. Yeah, there's not enough snow right now. So, the bears should be heading to their dens and denning up for winter. But those ones that haven't fattened up will be out and about and will freaking eat anything that moves. So it's kind of, this isn't, you gotta be really careful about that. There's that area. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. There's a lot of down trees in there. In there, it looks like what you would say would be, let's just go take a little waltz in there real quick. What you would say was Bigfoot art or whatever. Brown. Okay. Okay, see? There's lots of breaks. Lots of crap everywhere like that. There's none of these spruces right here. So that doesn't belong there. Like that's doesn't belong. Well, but then you come over here and see this one's broke. Oh, there's chunks of it all over the place. And then over there, it gets pretty thick. You don't really see much. And then just a little bit over, like, which I can walk you over there if you want. Over there is even more of this crap. So I don't know. But there's nothing here. Like, seriously, there's nothing here. Like, walk over here. You guys see? Like, there's a house way across the street over there. Like, there's lights over there. You can see that. That crack was me. That's me. I don't even have Mimo out here. She usually comes for these walks with me. All right, tubers and footers. I'm in my freaking slippers. Seriously, I'm in my slippers. Can you see that? Okay. Okay. I'm on solid ground. Okay. I didn't see any comments because I was too busy trying not to eat crap while I was walking. Look at that trail. See the plane? Oh, I shouldn't spotlight a plane. That's freaking horrible. Dork. Do not do that. Loud, huh? It's crisp. Crispy cold. Wait, I didn't see that. Can I see? I don't know. When I just pushed. I got gloves on, I'm pushing buttons, so it's just, you know. Okay, see? See how there's not much down in here? Okay? I'll just tootle you a little bit further. There you are. Before I'll go get my actual shoes on and socks and get dressed, and we'll go for a rally, but not in slippers. It's okay to go walking up and down the street if you're slippery. Okay, see? Now you get in here, and this is where all hell starts breaking loose again. I don't know if you can see this or not. I'm just wasting my damn ass time here. Can you guys see? I don't know. Yeah. But we just had a major windstorm. And it was like 40-mile-an-hour winds plus ripping through here. Look at that. And And then down in there, like further that way, it is crazy. Crazy. Right across from the shop. The shop's right there. The cabin's over there. The house is back there. Kind of why I'm not really worried about walking on the street at night, because I'm pretty much on it. Okay. And the moment someone comes pulling up this driveway, you hear the banjos start playing. Kidding. 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 Not really, but kind of. Right? You just had no idea what kind, huh? See? There's a trail. Look, I'll take you guys up this little trail. Okay, remember slippers. Keep in mind. Don't need Captain Jake running out here going, what the hell are you doing, woman? That's a stump. We moved it because everybody would have a freaking heart attack thinking it was something it wasn't. There we go. See? I don't know if you can see down this trail. But it gets thick, see? It's all thick. Nothing really broken well, there's a little bit, but nothing really broken here, huh? And then, well, bam, just a little bit further. Kind of crazy. I don't know why my tummy's growling. You guys made some awesome chicken soupies. Okay, back on solid ground, see? Okay. And then just a little bit further this, I don't want to set those dogs off down there. So we're gonna keep going this way. Go back. Do you guys want to go for a ride in the side-by-side down the trail? Is there anybody on? You want to go for a ride, Batmom? Michael? Who's in here? I don't know who's on. Okay. Oh. That was a cool rock. Okay. You guys want to see? Like. Okay. Do a 360. Oh, wow. Okay, there's stars up ahead. Where was that open sky last night, right? There. This place is really cool. See the big old rock? There's another plane. See what I'm talking about? Come out here to live out in the peace, and then all of a sudden in the middle of the night you got the port flying off like it's rush hour traffic. You got the planes overhead like we're in the city or something. It's kind of crazy. What you guys doing up so late? It'll get quiet here in a bit. And it's so crunchy. If something was out here, you would hear it. You know what I'm I'm saying? It's midnight. Oh, are you on the West Coast? Must be. Oh. $2:20 in the morning. Night owls. Yeah, right, Pat Mom. Well, like that night that we were being followed, it was like this. Crisp. You could hear them in the path. Well, I shouldn't say it was a night like this because it wasn't freaking this damn cold. Yeah, must be in Central, maybe. Way down yonder. You know that Way Down Yonder song? Oh, did you hear that owl? I just heard an owl. Yeah, I've seen one. And then I've had a lot of weird experiences. What's really bizarre about mine, the Oklahoma song, and my dad always sang this song, though. It was like, and I say, I'm not gonna do it. It's like way down yonder in the field of cotton. My feet stink, but yours are rotten. So I sing that to the footies when I come walking out here at night. See? Yeah. Way down yonder in the bayou, huh? Oh, man. What's cool in the summer here, and I don't think I'll do it so much now that it's getting cold, but in the summer, because, you know, it's warmer, and the daylight is much longer, you could sit out here and whistle, and these birds would whistle right back. There were 2 different kinds I could get to respond. And one night my son's friends were out here, and one of the kids were from the city. He was like, are those people? Like, there's a bunch of people that just come running out in the middle of the night when I whistle. Yeah. They're little birds, starlings, I think. Look at that. Can you see that? It's just a little chilly out. Spooky stories. I'm kidding. I can tell some spooky stories while I'm out here. It's my favorite. But yeah, I did. A bunch of us kids. We were teenagers. And we were having like this after school event, and we walked these kids home down this new cut trail. That is torture to live. And we went, you know, so they were afraid to walk home because it was late. And so I opted to walk them home. And my friend Stephanie, who was with me, she went along. And as we were walking through the trail, and it was a new cut trail, you know, and every time we'd walk, and you could hear it walking in the trees, you know, in the tree line behind us, and we'd stop, and it'd stop, and we'd stand there just quiet, listening. And then we'd start walking, you know, and the kids were like, they were getting really antsy and wanting to like just book. And I'm like, do not take off running. Just walk this through. And, as I was trying to figure out what it was, I spent a lot of time out in the woods with my dad hunting and stuff. So, anyhow, it's like, well, if it was a bear, we would have seen it. And if it was a moose don't do that. And so you're kind of ruling out all these things. And so it came down to like, well, the only thing that would be tracking us, like that thing is tracking us, would be some kind of lynx or a cat, and lynx is pretty much all we got up here. So, and it was too big for it to be a lynx. So, it was like, okay, I'm not sure what that is. And so we got him to the end of the trail there, and we were going to turn back around and go back the same way back home. And everybody was like, are you? Yeah, this was in Alaska. Early 80s. And they were like, you can't go back. You guys can't go back that way. We're like, yeah, we're fine. And we turned around, and as we turned around, like the silhouette of it was backlit on the trail. And that thing was standing out on the trail, and it had it, you're not going to be able to see me, but it had its arm out like that, and its legs open. And so I thought, well, is that a moose? Like pitched sideways, because moose, when they're, in a different direction, they can look all sorts of weird. And so, that's what I was thinking was going on. And with the way that the arm was up, I thought, well, maybe that was antlers with like grass and shit hanging off of it. And so I was like kind of super hyper fixated on it. It was massive. The chest cavity of that freaking thing was massive. And that's why I was like, okay, the legs are huge and massive, and the chest cavity was massive. And, it was definitely not a bear. It was, and then as I was looking at it, trying to figure out what, we're all like freaking out looking at it. And all of a sudden the arm came down to its side and the ankle to ankle. And I was like, okay, that is not any animal. Like, animals don't do that. A bear can do that. A moose certainly doesn't do that. Nothing does that. And we just freaking freaked the hell out and bolted the other way. And we had to run like 5 extra miles to get the hell back home. And we were terrified. And what's crazy is my brain auto-filled lurch. And that's what I kept telling everybody. That's what we said, like a lurch serial killer had escaped and was on the trail and was, gonna kill us. Like that's what we were convinced was gonna go down that night. Like, crazy. Never once did we say, big hairy dude. And then the other times, like when I came upon its barefoot tracks out on the freaking trail, training for the Iron Dog with my race partner at that time. She's a native, And not once did I just, whatever. I don't know why. That disconnect to me is weird. But like all the stories were, it was a serial killer. The one out on the swamps, it was a hypothermic trapper, Why the hell else would someone be out there barefoot and freaking 26 below running around in the middle of freaking nowhere? So I don't know. That's really interesting to me. It wasn't until I heard Les Survivor Man talk about it that I was like, what the hell? They're in a lot. Like, it just kind of was like, oh my gosh. I don't know why I'd never put it together, but I don't know. It's not like I didn't know they existed. This is what's weird. It's like I knew they existed, but I never thought of them, I guess. I don't know. I had never considered it until he had said something about his time up here in Alaska. And then it was like, holy shit, what the hell? What? And, it wasn't like I had a bunch of shit flooding back. All of those memories that I had just started to make a little bit more sense. Like, whoa, wait, whoa. Okay. All right, idiot. I mean, even my partner said, wild man. I'm not chasing wild man into the woods. Never. I kept asking who this wild man was that no one seemed to care about. Like, like that boggled my mind that, the other, I don't know, I'm kind of talking like you know what I'm talking about, but we probably don't. When we were out training out on the swamps, and we're talking snow machining way the fuck out here. Way out. Way out. Like 80 miles away from anything. And we came upon some barefoot tracks on our trail that we came, and I was like, what the hell? And so I stopped my sled and I was looking at him like, what in the world, And the distance between step was from ski tip to the track, that's like 6 foot gate. And I was just baffled. So I was thinking some gigantic trapper was hypothermic out on the trail and was running around naked. And so I thought, oh my God, this guy's going to die. He's going to die. And so I just, when my race partner finally showed up, I was like, oh my gosh, look. And I showed her, and I told her, we got to go save this guy. And I just jumped on my sled, pulled rope, and took off. I didn't even say anything other than, we got to go save this guy. And off we went. And, we went through a bunch of, following it through the deep snow and the trails. There's no trails out there. And so you're having to basically boondock through the trees and shit. So it's like coming up on areas like this and you're just kind of picking your way through it to get, follow this thing. And we finally came up on this section that there's no way we could get our sleds through. And I jumped off and sunk up to my chest in freaking snow. And it was like, how the fuck is this dude walking out here? That was like the first thing that my brain went, wait a minute, how is he walking? Like, because he was post-holed through it. It wasn't like, when you're walking through deep snow, you're digging a trench, and there was no trench. He was taking steps through that shit, and my brain was breaking. Like, what? And this dude must be like, that's what I said. He must be over 7 foot tall. So I was convinced. This was the story I always told. Some 7 foot tall trapper was out on Trail 5. And he was going to die of hypothermia. And so as I'm standing there screaming into the woods, are you okay? Are you okay? My partner rolls up and she screams at me and she goes, I am not chasing wild man into the woods with you. And she turned right around and left me. And it was like, okay, that's not like her. That was weird. It was really freaking weird. And so I kind of got this weird feeling, like all of it wasn't making sense. None of it was making sense. And so I got back on my sled, turned around, caught up to her and flagged her like, let's go to Big Lake, because that's where you turn in all the search and rescue. And so I flagged her down and said, let's go to Big Lake. She followed me in. And she was begging me after I got off the sled. I'm like, we got to turn this in. And she's like, please don't say anything. You're going to look like an idiot. And I'm like, why are we going to look like an idiot? Someone's going to die out there. You see the levels of freaking just, nope, disconnect. Anyhow, so sure enough, I walk in that bar. The bartender's there. There's 3 dudes sitting at the bar. And I said, hey, there's some dude naked out on Trail 5, out on the swamps. He's going to die if someone doesn't go save him. And I told him, we tried. I followed him as far as I could. And the guy looks like, they all just turn and look at me like, no big deal. Like, no big deal. Oh, that's it. That's wild, man. I got mad. Like, who the hell is this dude? And no one cares. No one cares. No one cares that this guy's naked, wandering around in the swamps, 26 below, out in the middle of nowhere. He's going to die. So for weeks, I watched the paper and the news thinking some trapper was gonna be found dead or was lost out there, and someone was gonna, was gonna report a lost trapper, and nope, never. But all the years I've been out there on that trail, up and down that trail, that was the only time I ever saw anything like that. So, again, in my memory and all the times I told that story, it was some hypothermic trapper who was about to die out there and no one seemed to give a shit. That was that was the perplexing part of, I thought, what the hell is going on? And this, like, no one seems to care about this dude. So, that was crazy. And then hearing that samurai chatter. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was a real person out there dying. Like, I was freaking out. Like someone was going to die out there. And that's what I kept telling everybody for weeks and months and years. Like, that story that I always told, that's how I told it, was there was a trapper out there, hypothermic, running around naked. And no one ever found him. But, the footprint was bigger than my bunny boots. And my bunny boots are massive. Like, they're huge outdoor gear boots. So, like, it dwarfed my bunny boot. Oh, gosh, decades. Yeah, I'd never put those together. And then, like, the other one, yeah, there was nothing else I could do. I followed the trail as far as I could. And like I said, when I jumped off my sled, I was up to my chest in snow. And there was nowhere. I hollered and hollered. But the tracks you could see went on and on and on and on. It was like, what the hell? Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, it was one of those things where I just was like, oh, you have that sinking feeling like someone's going to die out there. It was nuts. And then out on the Deshka, I was out there with an ex, and he had like this hunting guide passed down from his dad. Yeah, it was hard. It was horrible. I mean, I was just, and I kept asking my partner, like, what the hell? That dude's gonna die out there. She was just like, I don't know. I would love to talk to her again about that. And then out on the Deshka, I heard that samurai chatter. I was out on a island on a big Matsu River, and there's a section of it called the Deshka where they go. There's major king salmon fishing and silver salmon, but salmon fishing altogether. And so he had a whole bunch of people out there guiding, and I was out at the camp, and I had my own little John boat and set up, and so they'd do their thing, I'd go do my thing. And so I had my dog, and just me and my dog on this island. And one night I was sitting out there, just got done making dinner, and I could hear someone across the river. Not someone, but a group of people walking across the river. And where they were walking across the river was really thick alders, and no one was across that section of the river. Like, it was, because there was nowhere for anyone to go. It was just nasty, swampy alders and just nothing, really thick and just horrible. And so, as I was sitting there, I could hear these people walking along, and I was like, what the hell is someone over there? And I thought they were like either natives or Russian, because I could tell that they were talking, but I couldn't make out what they were saying. It was really weird. And they sounded like drunk, slurring, and and so I was like, oh, they're gonna need rescued. That was pretty much what I was like. I'm gonna have to rescue these fools. That's what's gonna end up happening. So I just sat there by the fire listening to them as they were like making all this ruckus, and that chattering back and forth and whistling and all the just weird stuff. I was kind of entertained by it, like, like, oh my God, they're gonna get into a mess. And then all of a sudden, this horrific, blood curdling, just through your chest scream. It was piercing, like piercing. And oh God, that gives me fucking weebie-jeebies remembering it. Anyhow, so I was like, oh my God. And I just grabbed my casoul, grabbed my mag light, grabbed the tether for the boat, and ran over to the boat. And my dog was heavy in tow. And I jumped on the boat and I'm screaming, do you need help? Do you need help? I'll come over. Do you need help? No, it was dark enough that you don't want to run the boat in the river. But I would have if someone needed help. Like, I don't, it was like someone's needed help. So I was screaming, do you need help? Do you need help? And it got silent. Like creepy silent. And as I was sitting there and I'm, doing this with the mag light, and there was just, you could hear a pin drop other than the river running, And my dog was like, nope, I am freaking out of here. And he just turned around and left right off the boat, back up onto the shoreline. And I just sat there for a minute like, this is freaking weird. And I kept whistling, are you okay? And it was just really like, just this odd, like hair all over your body, prickly, like odd. And I don't know. And I said, okay. So I went back and sat on the next to the fire. And I just kind of sat there like shook a little bit. I'm thinking, what the hell? Like I wasn't sure what to do. I didn't know what to do. And so all these scenarios are going through my head on like, do I go like, is someone being killed? Like, all that, like, you have no idea. Where am I going to go? There's not, like, you don't see anything over there. There's not a damn thing over there. And so, I don't know. All of a sudden you can hear this thing coming across the river. And I thought, oh shit. Whatever was over there, whoever they were, just scaring the bear or moose across the river. Because that's the only thing that's coming across the Matsu River. Nothing else is swimming across the Matsu River. A human would die. And so, and it was big. It had to be big. It's a big river. It's fast flowing and it's very dangerous and it's very freaking cold. And so I was like, oh crap, now I'm going to be dealing with that. And so as I was sitting there listening to it, and it came across the river, you could hear it swim across the river and come up on the bank of the island I was on. And keep in mind, I'm on a little sand-like island. It's not totally sand because there's trees and stuff on it, but it's a little island. And I could hear it, thump, 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 and it walking around. And my dog starts whining and pacing. And I'm like, oh gosh, this is great. And my dog wasn't a violent dog, but it thought everything was its friend. And so more times than not, I got into like moose chasing us and, all sorts of crazy stuff with that dog. And, it wasn't a mean dog, but it was a pit bull. So I was like, if anything, I don't know. Not like the dog was going to be, it just wasn't a vicious dog. Anyhow, so it sat over the log and it had its front paws like over the log and it was staring out at something that was pacing around the campsite. And it'd whine every once in a while, but it was hyper fixated on whatever was out there walking around. And I thought, okay, this is really uncomfortable. But whatever it was wasn't coming close. So, but it was big. Like, it's just hard to describe. Anyhow, so I knew it was big, but it wasn't coming close. So I was like, well, it's not really a threat, but I'm just going to go into my tent. Let's just go to my tent. Now, where I had the camp, all the food and all that kind of setup was all in a safe area. And then where I had my tent was a distance off into this section of trees. It was all in these trees all by its little self. There was nothing else around it, no food, no nothing around it. So we went out, got into that badass tent, and into the tent we went. And as we were in the tent, I could hear that whatever coming towards the tent. Now, if it was an animal, this is where it got really weird, because animals would have went towards where the food was, where, all that. Not where the tent was, because the tent was off, like it wasn't even on a trail. It was like literally nestled in between trees, and it was just really positioned, to where the trees offered shelter and all sorts of stuff. Anyhow, so it was just kind of weird. Anyhow, and so whatever it was started coming towards the tent, and my dog right down to the bottom of my bag, got into the bag with me and went to the bottom of my bag and didn't move, didn't budge, didn't whine, didn't peep, didn't do shit. And I thought, okay, that's really freaking weird. And so I just sat there, like, oh my God. And as it came closer to the tent, I got my casoul ready and out. It was out. And I just had it, and I'm sitting there thinking, okay, if this is a bear, at least my dog's not going to be a problem. And I'm going through these things, like, through my head. And if it's a moose, it's just going to keep going, because the moose will have no interest whatsoever in the tent. There's nothing for a moose. And so that thing came, and you could hear it wiping. Now, the tent I was in was a Dairy King Master Guide Special, so it was this really badass double-layered, like heavy, almost like a Kevlar canvas. And whatever it was wiped, like, its hand up along, and you could tell when something has hair, like, you could tell these things. And I just remember being just like, oh my God, and thinking, this bear isn't and that's what I was convinced at that point. It was a bear, because a moose definitely isn't going to do that. And a moose doesn't have any way of doing that. What's it going to pick up its hoof and drag it along the tent? Like, this is not happening. So I'm just envisioning, like, how am I going to protect myself against a big, massive bear? And so I was kind of following it with my eyes, and thinking, okay, if it comes crashing through the tent at this point, I can get out over here. I'm going to have to blast a hole through the tent, and I'm going through all these different scenarios in my head. And next thing I know, I wake up to the sound of the boat motor revved up and coming to the island. And I'm thinking, oh shit, oh shit. Like, it was one of those panic moments, like, oh shit, oh shit. And I was alone. I was completely alone on the island. It was just me and my dog. And my ex at the time, he was on the boat, so the boat was coming. Now, he was a guide. He had people out. They stayed the night out on the fishing hole, because that's how important it was to be on that fishing hole in the morning during fishing. And so for them to be coming off the fishing hole at that time was like, something's wrong. And so my mind just went, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, something's wrong, something's wrong. And sure enough, as he pulled up, I'm coming out of the tent. That group was running up. Are you okay? Are you okay? They all heard the screams and everything, but they couldn't pull anchor and come down river, to come check on me. So they had worried that whole night about me. But my ex was like, he was super pissed. You have to know the guy. He's one of those kind of guys. Anyhow, he was like, if there was something wrong, we'd have heard that gun go off. And he's right. You would have heard the gun go off. But they were really concerned, because they heard that screaming all the way downriver. That's how loud that screaming was. It was horrific, and it sounded like a woman being killed. That's exactly what it sounded like. And so those people had thought that was me being murdered on the island, and that my boyfriend was like not giving two shits less. And that's so they were really freaked out. So by the time they got there and he was like, see, I told you. It was just one of the, it turned into a whole different thing. And then they got back on the boat and left. And so it was, you know, it was just really one of those crazy, crazy moments. But yeah, you know, so while I was having chemo, you know, decades later, like 20 years later, you know, practically, I'm sitting in my bed and having chemo, and my dad's sitting across the room, you know, and I'm in lockdown 6 weeks. I couldn't leave my hospital, couldn't get out of that floor. And so I was going stir crazy. And so I started watching all these, you know, listening to YouTube and listening to Les Stroud's Survivorman stories because, you know, I missed being out in the woods. And he started telling this story about being in Alaska, and it just something went, what the fuck? Oh my God. And it clicked, and I was like, oh my God, wait a minute. They're in, like, it was like, I don't know why. I didn't think they were in Alaska. I don't know. I don't know what it was. I don't know. And then when I heard, that prompted me to kind of look into the Bigfoot thing. And then I came across those Sierra sounds, and I about peed myself. I dropped my phone and was like, Dad, Dad, I've heard that. You know, and it caused this really long conversation, you know, and it was crazy. It wasn't like a bunch of memories came flooding back to me at that moment, but it was like all those memories that I had kind of made sense. Like I said, it was like, oh my gosh, how the hell did I never, ever put them together? I don't know. That to me is so boggling, you know? Really weird. Here, I'm going to shut off the spotlight. Look how freaking dark it is out here. Ready? Pachow. I wish I could see this northern lights. Last night they were going off, and it was pouring rain here all the way to Cantwell. Oh, wow, Mark. Did you have an experience out in the woods? Huh. Super quiet out here. I love it. Look at this area over here. I should go get in the side-by-side and go rally down the trail. You see that? Huh. There's lots of down trees in there. It's cold. Yeah, humor helps. It sure does. Thought I heard the coyotes. I love hearing the coyotes across the lake. Someone said I should do like knocks and stuff as I come out. Oh, there are coyotes. Listen. Can you hear that? across the lake. I keep hearing something over here, but there's freaking nothing in there. I'm telling you, there's nothing in there. I mean, we've had bear signs in there, we've had moose signs in there, but there's a major like road right across over there. So this patch isn't that, like, it's not that deep. And it wouldn't, like, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like that would be a place for anything to be hanging out, considering there's so much open wilderness over there. For miles, like there's a refuge over there. Like you can't build, you can't buy any property over there. It's only homestead land only. Like, see? You hear that? Oh, the coyotes are across the lake. We could go by the lake and listen for them. There is something in there, though. Hour? What the? What? Surprised my lovey pie hasn't come out here and go, woman, what you did? Oh, let's go up to the lake and hear the Yotes. They have a habit of shutting up every time I show up. It drives me nuts. Back left, pyro. No, that's a tower over there. Right there, that thing. That's a big tower. And then back there is a house across the way. There's a big road right there that leads to the port. Okay, let's go see if we can hear the Yotes. I'm kind of curious, though, what the hell's in here, though. Let's listen if we keep coming. See? There's something in there. I don't know if you can see out there or not. I'm more curious. Okay, let's just take one more look across this. We'll catch up to the Yotes here in a minute. It's over there somewhere. I'm sorry, I've got the... I can't see the comments, but I figured you guys wanted to look out that way. Can you hear? Whatever is moving out there is moving very gingerly. Like little bit by bit. Right back this way. Get a different angle through the woods. There's the Yotes. I bet you that's a... I can hear it right there. I bet you that's a scout. I bet you that's a little coyote scout. You guys see? It's in this section. Okay, that's not eye shine. That's like a little dewdrop on the. Daniela? Are you here, Daniela? Oh. Hi, Rafaela. We are out wandering around in the Alaskan darkness. Here, I'll shut off my spotlight and you can see how dark it is. Hold on. Ready? Ready? It's pretty dark. It's not quiet because you got cars going down to the port, planes overhead, and something wandering in the woods. Let's go take a looky closer. Hello. I wanted to go over towards the lake and listen to the coyotes because they're out there. But something was over here. I have a sneaky suspicion that there is a coyote scout running around out this way. Oh, 9 a.m. in England. Good day. There is something in there. Did you hear that? Those are lights out there, so don't think that's like eye shine. That's not. Those are lights from across the street. If you see a coyote, sometimes like the eye shine will be like this weird greeny, really cool color. So if I see it, I will show you for sure. I don't though. Yodi. Okay, I keep saying I'm gonna go into the cabin, and then next thing you know, I keep going further and further. Look. Can you hear that shit? I think there's a coyote down there. We can go towards the lake and listen to them. They're right across the lake howling. And yep, see. Whenever I get right here, whatever is in there starts moving. Yodi, yodi, yodi. Something comes out, I'm gonna have to throw my freaking slippers at it. See that, that moon woman, the deadly slipper aim. Whapacha! Take a slipper to the jaw. Oh. No, I haven't. I've been listening every freaking night for it too. Okay, so like right now over here is high ground up in this section. And then the lake is out that way. And over here, like our house is way down there. And then this section of wood is down here. Kind of goes down. I don't know if you guys can even see it though. I don't know where I'm at on my subscriber count. Actually, I just came out and happened to see my go live button was there. And I clicked it. And here we are. I was all sad and crying. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go out for a walk, burn off some of this sadness. Being sad and missing Kiski Coo 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 Kachoo. Poor baby girl. What? Did you hear that? That's a coyote. I knew it, I knew it, I knew it. It's a yodi. You can hear it. Yipping. I can't believe we don't see its eye shine though. Thank you, Mike. It helps a great deal. It was so unexpected. Like right now, Kiski would be with me. She'd be the one running around, ripping up and down, sniffing everything. This is what we'd do at night. Ooh, it was way too much of a princess. Can you hear that? I don't have to pull the flaps off my ears. Yeah, there is something out there. And now it was right there, and it has gotten to about right over there now. I'm pretty convinced it's a coyote. Because the pack is over here yelping like crazy. And then there's one yipping. I'm hearing, well, what I'm hearing is little snaps. And this, can you hear that? It's like a little, otters. I wish. We do have river otters, though, that do come through. Out there back in the refuge area. You'll find little otter trails where they're slipping and sliding around in the winter, usually. Yeah, it's something small. I don't know if you guys can even see this. But it also sounds like that starling bird. Yeah, there's something out there. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm close to the cabin. Well, the cabin's up there. Yeah, I'm close enough. I got a really good whistle. I gotta take my gloves off for that. The owl running? No. Oh my gosh, I bet that's hilarious though. Owls are crazy. Have you seen how they sleep? Little baby owls sleep face down. So cute. Okay. Whatever critters romping around out there. Oh, did you hear that? That was a bigger break. A branch. Yep. That's like those starling birds. Can you hear that whistle? We probably only hear the freaking plane. Can you hear that? Probably not, dang it. Your cat sleeps belly up. Cats are cuckoo. This is tripping me out. There is something out here, you guys. should get good shoes on. Can you hear that? Maybe a fisher's hunting birds on their... Well, there's no one here. Like where I'm standing. Ooh, it's just our property down there. So there's like nothing here. From here down, this is nobody. There's one cabin here, and those people only come in August. Stevie B. We're out here wandering around the woods at night. There's lots of movement out there right now. But we have a pack of coyotes across the lake. We're just raising a ruckus. I think there's a scout running around out here. Yeah, did you hear that? That's me. If I hear something like I did on the river, I will freaking straight up whiz my pants right here where I stand. I ain't having none of that. I'm kind of prepared for a Yodi. Oh, Martin's. Okay, yeah. I keep hoping I'm going to see some eye shine down there in that trail. Huh. Look, I don't know if you can see the crystals in the air. No, damn it. Today it got warm enough. There were mosquitoes and oh, jeez. Can you guys see that? Look at that plane's the headlights. I don't know if it's picking it up or not. Wow. Oh, my hat just fell off. Sorry. Can you see that? That was bitchin'. It went right overhead. Wow. That thing was super low and like right overhead. That was awesome. Can you see it banking off over there in the distance? I don't know if it's picking that up or not. Oh, that was awesome. That was so cool. Okay, let's put my hat back on. Oh my gosh, that looks so cool. It's not gonna pick that up. That was awesome. That was way cool. You can't see it, like this ice fog that's going on right now is so cool. Oh my gosh, that was awesome. That was way cool. I don't hear the Yodis anymore. Let's go up towards the cabin. Maybe we can hear him over there. Oh, it's cold. Do you hear what I hear? No, me neither. Okay, gotta watch where I'm going, or I'm gonna fall all over my face. It's dark out here. Okay. Okay, found the driveway to the cabin. All right. It's so weird. I'm just getting used to, I don't know. When I left, it was 11. I don't even know what time it is right now. But my foot, like I couldn't lift my foot, my right leg, because, you know, the foot would just flop as I walked. And so when I got that injection for my sciatic nerve down that, for the nerve, I can lift my foot now. So I'm trying to get as much exercise on that as possible. So it's kind of new to be able to wiggle my toes and lift my foot up. But I still have to look down when I walk. It's 4:25 in the morning in Florida. Whoa, Stevie. See, so that's what, 12:30 here? Yeah, oh, I've been out for an hour and a half. Are you kidding me? Are you joshing me? Okay, there's the side by side. Did they burn my nerves? Yeah, I've had the nerve ablation before. But no, what we did this one we went, they injected, and it was just water, and it lifted up the muscle to get fluid into the nerve and rehydrate that area, so it had time to rehydrate. Whew. There's our security light. Blinded by the light. But welcome home. Wow. Hey, maybe you guys can see the glow from Anchorage. Let's get over. See, it's getting crispy. It's cold. Everything's crunchy out here. That jiggle is my Tic Tacs in my packet. Okay. All right, now we're in front of the cabin. you see out there across the lake? Okay, I'm gonna see. Can you guys see the glow from Anchorage? I don't know what that was. Oh, it's so beautiful out here. Don't lean too forward. I will go tumbling down that hill. And then we'll all be down at the bottom. Do you see my blue Christmas lights? How far down the hill? Geez. That's at least 50 feet, 50 feet roll down that baby. Pretty steep. There's my bed swing. The Yodis are not out there. I don't hear them anymore. Yodis! Yodis! One night I was out here and something came crashing across the lake over there. I've got a video of it. You could hear it just huffing and puffing and rosing. Holy hell. And then you could hear some moose. We could see the moose with the spotlight. Oh, how far to Anchorage? Out this way? Like if you went straight that way? What is that? 60 miles probably straight this way? Straight across the bay, yeah. Probably about 60 miles just as a crow flies from here. I absolutely love it out here. It is so awesome. So pretty. And quiet. Except for the port traffic. And the airplanes. And the... Okay. I am such a sarcastic smarty pants. I can't help it. Now let's go look over there towards the other side of the cabin. Here's where my birdies are. Let's look in the cabin. Peekaboo. Oh, looks like everybody went to bed. Yeah, the guys went to bed. Oh, yeah. Okay, don't slide down the hill. I'm tromping around out here in my freaking slippers. Huh. I don't see my porcupine out here either. I have a little porcupine friend that likes to come and sleep over here next to the cabin. Right next to where I am. I don't see any. Huh. Okay, we're going around the cabin. Around we go. Where we stop, nobody knows. Okay, let's go back over towards the road and see if I hear any of that. It's getting chilly and the temperature is dropping But there's something over there. And now my curiosity is very piqued. I'm super safe. I don't know why we're whispering. Right now, no. Actually, Stevie, I just walked out my door to just kind of walk off being sad about Cuckoo. And I grabbed my spotlight. I'm in slippers, and no, I don't got crap on me. The only weapon I have are my slippers and my spotlight and my hat. Shh, be very, very quiet. We are hunting rabbits. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's 4:30 in the morning. I know, right? Everybody is asleep right now except us. Look at us, night owls. Who do we think we are? Hi, Donna. Yes, be very, very quiet. We hunting rabbits. Yes, we're all whispering. I don't know why I'm whispering. I really don't. I don't need to. It just seems like it's the right thing to do. Oh no, guys. My battery's going low. What? Oh. Did you hear that? It's a plane. I heard it something over here again. I'm convinced there's a little coyote out here. It's like, look at that crazy woman. I'm gonna mess with her all night long. Because it's my favorite thing to do every time she comes out. Oh, did you hear that? The coyotes are barking again. Trying to be as quiet as possible. Hey, Joey. Hey, buddy, what you doing up? Are we up here waking everybody up? Out here stomping around the woods? Hey, Patrick, did we wake you up too? Oh my gosh. Look at us. We're waking everybody up. The coyotes are out there yarping. I want to go get in the side-by-side and go chase them down. That sounds like the fun thing to do. Wow, the jet is way that way, but the sound is like way over that way. It's pretty cool. That's a neat effect. Getting ready for school. It's freezing over here. I'm like watching ice form on the puddles as we speak. You too, Joey. Have an awesome day. Thanks for stopping in. This was totally impromptu. I didn't know I could go live. I came came out to go for a walk, and it was like, oh, hey, look, it says go live. I clicked it, and it went live. It's 70 degrees there, Stevie. Okay, I'm gonna think warm thoughts. Because it's not 70 degrees here. It is totally not. Yeah, my first live, we were gonna go on the side-by-side. I wasn't gonna be in slippers walking up and down the trails. Those are the jets. That's the military. Right, Joey? You could tell her you were in Alaska today. It's freaking dark and cold. And there's something crunching around the woods. Let's see. Oh. That's why I kind of went back to the cabin, just to make sure the guys weren't messing with me. Not that they have ever done that. Like, I don't think they'd do that. Oh, shh, be very quiet. Mose is sleeping. Oh, there's the outhouse. I could show you a real deal Alaskan outhouse. It still works. It's a working outhouse. Would you? Would you do a Sasquatch howl at me? Watch me pee my pants? Because that's pretty much what would happen. Holy moly, air traffic control over here. Sometimes you can watch the military in their big giant transports go out in a line, and they'll be lined up, heading out, one after the other. It's quite a sight to see. The military's probably like, what is that idiot doing tonight? I'm part of their nightly entertainment. Listen to that bad boy. Yeah, you can tell when it's the military. Oh, man. I don't know how much longer my battery's gonna last, y'alls. Tubers and footers. Here, we'll go down this little quick section of trail one last time over here. Duck, because look at that tree. Look, there's a, oh, you guys can't see it. There's a breakie right there, and this tree has been crossed across the trail. We keep getting trees across the trail. Yeah, see. Pretty cool, huh? Can you guys see it? Probably not. Oh, I won't, Joey. I'm right in front of the cabin. I am like right next to the cabin. Well, not right next to the cabin. My cabin's over there. Look, the security lights even went off. Okay. All right. We'll head back the way because my battery's about to die anyhow. Get out of the back. This tree is trying to grab me. Do you see it? It's picking on me. Okay. All right. Peekaboo. Right, guys? Hey, right? Hey, I'm willing to go that far. At least it'll be live. Whew. I'm listening for the Yodis. You guys, I am dying to go over there. I gotta get shoes on. I gotta charge my battery and get some shoes on and get warm clothes on, and I'm gonna go get my gun and go over there. Can you hear that? It is loud as hell. There is something running around out there. Okay, I'm freaking going over here, and we're gonna go to the edge of them. We're gonna go and I'm gonna peek. I hear you over there, whatever you is. Peekaboo! Hello! What should I do? Should I say something? Footies! I wanna be your friend. Hello? You wanna be friends? Can we be friends? Yodi! Naked and afraid. Last condition. You guys. I'm kidding. This is a Blair Witch Alaska edition. Naked and Afraid Blair Witch Alaska edition. We'll just trumble them all together. I'm telling you, there is something over there running around. I can hear you, I just can't see you. Peekaboo. Right? Oh, you're right. My phone, I just got my 10% message a long time ago. I'm still farting around. Yeah, we'll hear some major crack. And I'll be like, oh, and then it'll go dead, right? And I'll have like this awesome evidence that I could have gotten, but oh no, of course not. No, because that's just how it always works. Is either the blobby squatch of the year, or nope, my freaking battery quit working, or no, technology just doesn't want to work when they're around. You know, all of that stuff. I gotta stop and listen. We will never know. You're right, Stevie. We will never know. I hear you over there. There is something running around over there. I think it's a scout Yodi. Right, Patrick? I know. I need to go get my bat. I need to get this. I should have prepared. I didn't know. I had no idea I could go live. I guess it was meant to be. You guys, thanks for cheering me up. Oh, there's my security light. Daylight all of a sudden. Thanks for cheering me up, you guys. Okay, we're gonna look one more time. I don't see anything, but I hear it. Weird. I bet you it's a little scout coyote. A little scouty yodi. Hi, tubers and footers. Look. I'll just spin around there. It's the side by side. And go for a spin. I gotta charge my battery though before we go doing that. Thank you, Joey. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. They don't show up in white light, only their eyes do. Yeah. Sorry I'm sniffling. I'm not really prepared for this. I've got my slippers on still. Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you guys. Stevie, you're right. You guys are all the firsts. firsts. You're all live champions. Look at you. Woohoo. As I keep walking to the cabin and then away from the cabin, and then to the cabin and away from the cabin and to Okay. All right. We will go over here. Look, we're stepping over towards the porch. Look, baby steps to 3 o'clock. Okay, here. See? Ta-da! I'm on the porch. I'm gonna turn off my spotlight. Yay. Shut my little critter gate. Oh my gosh, my fingers are frozen. Awesome, you guys. All right, well, I'm gonna charge my battery up and get warmer clothes on. And we'll go for a rally in a little bit if y'all are up for it. You guys want to go for a rally later on? Sound like fun? We can go chase the frickin' Yodis down on the side-by-side across the lake. Woohoo! Thank you, Donna. Thank you, Patrick. Thank you guys so much for being here. Stevie, thank you. Yeah, Mike, thank you, thank you. Yeah, let's do this again. Joey, hell to the hell yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go get this charged up, and I also have a battery pack, so I can just hook that baby up. And then I'll get my little thingy to, you know, the thingy, because that's such a technical term. So I can mount you guys, the mount, so we can go rally. All right, let's do that. Okay, we'll be back in just a few. Love you guys. Thank you so much for cheering me up. Thank you. You guys are awesome. You really are. I don't know how to not do this thing anymore, though. Okay, let's see. I'm going to just put my spotlight down. Okay. Brr. All right, see you guys in a few. And we are going to go rally over there across the lake in the side-by-side. See you in a few. Love you guys. Thanks. See ya. As soon as I figure out how to stop this. You guys are awesome. It's my first live, and you guys are here. You're the first live champions. Okay, let's try this. All right, if this works, we'll be back in a few. Love ya. Toodles. Yes.